Sky is so high, if you don't know how to fly, Aimfill is here to make you fly. Sky is so high, if you don't know how to fly, Aimfill is here to make you fly. Here we go.
Same one. I had given some homework yesterday. Can somebody tell me what was it? I told you to check out something on Google.
Weather goods.
No,
Weather goods special handling.
no, I had asked you to check out something on Google yesterday.
Ma'am, it's about convention.
Convention. Yes, correct. So have you all found out? Anybody's done the
It's
Warsaw Convention?
Chicago Convention.
Warsaw Convention, I told you, or Chicago Convention? Which one did I give you?
Ma'am, it's about convention, but yes, the convention which is based on Chicago in 1934.
Okay.
It's about the aviation industry.
What does it say? I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
Ma'am, the convention.
Yes. Can't hear you at all. Your mic is off.
Ma'am, in 1944, the convention held on Chicago, which says about the aviation industry and transport. And many of the articles are given on that convention.
Okay. Okay. Good. So that's mainly because of transport and aviation. The convention was held, and what did they discuss? What did they discuss? International boundaries. What about them?
It deals with the requirements,
rules and regulations with that.
ticketing of passengers and carrier limitations.
Everything. Okay. So that is it. I had asked you all to go through module 3 and 4. So we'll just brush up on that. Before that, anybody has any doubts, any questions to ask me, then I'll answer them. Then we'll go ahead and we'll just do a brush up on module 3 and 4. Any questions? Any doubts?
Ma'am, I do have a doubt.
Yeah, sure.
Ma'am, in the case of turnaround flights, when you come back, you have the cabin crew.
Turnaround flights, when it comes back, what happens?
It do have cabin crews in it.
See, when you say turnaround flight, it means it goes to one station. Like take a simple turnaround flight, which is like Abu Dhabi. Okay. So the crew, suppose the flight is Bombay, Abu Dhabi, Bombay. That's called a turnaround flight. Turnaround flights are those flights which operate with one set of crew. Now, they have to see the duty time limitations of the crew. The crew can only work up to 14 hours in a day. Extendable if there is a problem, to 16 hours, not more than that. So any turnaround flight has to come back to base within 16 hours. So it can only be a short flight like Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Doha, Muscat, these kinds of flights where the travel time is only 2.5 hours to 3 hours one way, 3 hours back. So that makes it 6 hours, 1.5 hour ground halt in Dubai or Abu Dhabi, which is 7.5 hours, 1.5 hours before the flight reporting and at the airport, so that makes it 9 hours already, and after the flight has landed, another half an hour, 10 hours. It already becomes 10 hours. So it has to fit within the 14 hours time limit. So these are short flights. There will be one set of crew operating Bombay, Dubai, Bombay. When they get off, they go home. The flight then departs for another place. It could be anywhere, depends on the timetable. We don't know which aircraft goes where. Only the commercial and the airline people know where the next flight is. The ground staff will know because they have to get the aircraft ready for the next flight. So they will know. We won't. So generally, this is the way it goes. So it's one set of crew. When you have a stopover flight or a layover flight, as we call it, both the words are same, stop or layover. Layover means you're going to stay. Layover at the next station means you're going to stay at the next station. Those flights are like more than 5 hours or 6 hours one way. So say suppose you do Bombay, Singapore. The flight is 5 hours. So then you will they tell you that you will lay over in Singapore and you will come back next day from Singapore or maybe 2 days later from Singapore and again go Singapore, Bombay. Just as we have a duty time limitation of 14 hours, the pilots have a duty time limitation of 10 hours. So even they are doing the QTA within 10 hours, they must touch the base pack. They have something called the fatigue factor, the tiredness. A pilot is not supposed to be tired, so they take care of the pilots, their sleep patterns, time the flight goes. If it's a night flight, you're more tired. So they have to reach back within their duty time ends at 10 hours. They have to come back and give them a break because they shouldn't make a wrong judgment, an error in flying that will cost other people's lives. For us, it's okay. We can extend. We're doing manual labor, but for them, they have to be very alert. So it's 10 hours for them. So it's basically seen that the flight comes back within 10 hours, not 14 hours. Unavoidable circumstances, certain delays, certain passenger issues, their duty time can be extended to 12 hours, our duty time from 14 to 16. So that is how it goes with one set. When you're doing Bombay, USA, long flight, 14-hour flight, you have 2 sets of pilots, 2 sets of first officers, and 2 sets of cabin crew, or 1.5 set of cabin crew. Each take turns in sleeping. You get 4 hours rest in the aircraft, which you can go in the bunks and sleep. Even the pilots have separate bunks, the cabin crew have separate bunks. There are 6 beds there, so at a time 6 people can go. So if there are more than 12 people or there are 18 people, you have to make it in 3 shifts. 4 hours, 3 shifts. You decide and make 3 shifts and go to sleep. Other places like layover, like Singapore, London and all, you go and stay there and then come back next day. So you get your rest in the particular place in the hotels. And your next flight is told to you from there where you will go or whether you will return or you will go to some other destination. There are flights which are long flights, like we used to do Bombay, London, stay in London for 2 days, London, New York, stay in New York for 2 days, New York, London, stay in London again for 2 days, and London, Bombay. So this whole trip took about 7 days. Those are hop and skip trips, but nowadays, due to time and flights being turned around faster, the stay may be limited to 24 hours, max to max 72 hours, which is 2 days. So this is how it should be. In New York, when you go direct flight Bombay and in USA, you are supposed to get 48 hours minimum. That's 2 days. So till the next flight, for your body to recover, the jet lag, the tiredness, everything. So this is how it goes. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, welcome. Any other doubts? Anything else regarding ground staff, UNM, anything you want to know? Okay, so I take it as no. So we'll just brush up a little. Um, we did yes till 30, right? Okay. Special handling of passengers. What are the kind of passengers you require special handling for? Anybody can answer me, and not the same people. Can others at least open up and answer something? One of you? Who are the passengers who require special handling? Yes? Okay. Yes, Anthony?
Disabled passengers.
Yes.
Which
Yes.
require special assistance.
Correct.
And children,
Mothers with children?
mothers with children, need special assistance.
Hmm.
And old age people.
Old people? Yes.
Yeah.
Elderly
also need
people?
special assistance.
Okay. Any more? Anybody else?
Pregnant women.
Unaccompanied UNMs? Yes. Any more?
Pregnant women.
Pregnant women? Any more?
Blind
animals.
Sorry?
Blind passengers.
Blind passengers, deaf passengers, mentally ill passengers, incapacitated passengers, passengers who need wheelchair. All these people need special handling. Okay. Do you have the right to refuse carriage?
Yes.
Yes. Give me one of the reasons why.
If you think that person is not fit for the journey, if you can cause
How will
any-
you judge? How will you judge he is not fit for the journey?
For example, if a person is drunk and we think that person might create problem for other passengers on board.
Correct. Any other person, any other reason?
If they don't have proper documents.
Proper documents. Correct. Any other reasons? Any other reasons? Papers not okay, passport not okay, no visa, not paid the proper applicable fees of this thing. You think he may endanger the life of other passengers if he's drunk, if he's misbehaving. All this you have the right to refuse the passengers. Correct? Okay. What are the the meaning of incapacitated passengers is those who have a physical handicap. Okay. What are the different categories of people having physical or mental conditions or medical conditions? You have medical case, stretcher case, wheelchair, blind and deaf. Okay. What is the other reasons where you can reject carriage for a passenger? You said mentally ill also, person with physical symptoms also. Okay, uncomfortable, not feeling well. Give me heart conditions. Give me the full form of INCAD. INCAD.
Incapacitation. Incapacitated passengers handling advice.
Handling advice. Very good. Okay. In case of stretcher, what are the conditions required for stretcher passenger? What are the conditions requirements for stretcher passenger?
Stretcher passenger should be accompanied by an adult attendant.
By an adult attendant, preferably a doctor or a nurse. Okay, and or family members. If he doesn't have a doctor and nurse, can the company supply him one?
Yes, if there is
Yes.
an airline doctor or not.
Yeah. So if we ask for an airline doctor, or we can give it to him. Okay. Um, Special paperwork has to be done for him
Yeah.
for incoming passenger. Yes.
Yes.
What is
So
the
if you
applicable fare for a stretcher passenger? What is the applicable fare for a passenger, stretcher passenger? 4 one-way adult first class fare. Okay, four adult for one-way first class fare. Unaccompanied minor, you already know. Unaccompanied minor, yesterday we discussed that when the unaccompanied minor is taken over by our ground staff, he has to ask the names, documents, meet the parents, ask diet details, ask allergies, ask any medications, and check the hand baggage, check the items in the hand baggage, and proceed towards check-in. Check the child in, take his boarding pass, proceed towards immigration. See that the child goes through immigration with his passport and all that, completes customs formalities, security formalities, and is taken to the holding area. After the flight is released for boarding, you have to take him and hand over to him to the cabin crew. You will be signing the papers when you take him from the parents, and again you'll be signing the forms when you give it to the cabin crew. Cabin crew will take over. You will have to brief the cabin crew as to what the UNM details are, and then you hand over to the cabin crew. Cabin crew to look after the UNM on flight, see that he eats well, he rests well, he is able to use the toilet. He is a child who is going alone, so you have to be very careful. You have to keep an eye on him. You cannot change his seat. You have to see that he is placed near the seat is closer to the galley so that the crew can keep an eye on him. On landing, ground staff will come again for the UNM. Cabin crew has to hand over the UNM with the papers, with the hand baggage, against signature. Take a signature that they have. Yeah?
Ma'am, what if we are handling a UNM and under our observation suddenly that kid started crying?
It's like any other kid. You'll have to take him to the galley, pacify him, give him a biscuit, give him a chocolate, give him something, divert his mind, do something. Give him a toy, give him something to write. Generally, they're used to flying alone because they do this often. But if he is, you will have to take care of that. Ask him if he's unwell, he wants to eat something, missing his mother, missing his father. You'll have to talk to him. That's all, like any child. You see a child on the road crying, don't you go and ask him, Baba, what happened to you? What, you want something? Same thing, okay? You have to pacify him, he'll be fine. He'll sleep most of the time. On landing, again, as I said, the ground staff will come and take over the child. You have to make sure you sign with your staff number and your full name. Hand over to on landing to the ground staff. The ground staff will go and hand over to the guardians who come to take the child with the phone number and the name and the address of the guardian. Everything is in the documents. So you'll have to check that they're proper with identification, that they're proper parents. Others you'll just go and hand over the kid to somebody else. So don't do that. See that you hand over to the proper parents and check their identification, give them card and take their signature saying the child has been given to you and the child is all okay. Nothing is wrong with the child. Okay? That is your procedure for the UNM. Next, what are the conditions for pregnant women for travel? When can a woman who is expecting a baby travel? Yeah, about 6 months, up to 7 months maximum. After that, if you're traveling for an emergency, you need a doctor's clearance.
Certificate.
And that you will indemnity this thing, that you will not hold the airline responsible for anything. Medical certificate that she is fit to travel. Okay. The medical certificate should be dated 72 hours prior to departure. Next, we come to unaccompanied blind passenger. Blind passenger. Yes, yes. Yes. Krishna, I can't hear you. Who's speaking?
Ma'am, what do 2 months Krishna Prasad.
Yeah, Krishna, tell me.
Before 2 months, I see a news in what woman.
Yeah, you saw a delivery which
delivered
happened in Indigo or somewhere, right? Yeah. So
maximum 7 months.
it is. Yes, it is. But sometimes you can have premature baby born. There can be a birth. Now, in this case, you cannot do anything. If there is a doctor on board, good. Otherwise, cabin crew will have to do the delivery. You will be trained in this when you join the airline for first aid. First aid classes are there. You will be taught what to do. Till first aid is only the aid that you can give them till a doctor comes. You're not a doctor, so you have to just see that the passenger or the patient, whatever you choose to call it, is okay till he gets proper medical attention. So there have been instances when their babies were born on flights and people have done the deliveries. Sometimes we are lucky enough to get a doctor and sometimes a nurse, but they have done it. Okay, so premature, it can happen, but it happens very rarely. That's why they don't want it to happen, so they don't allow you to fly after 6 months, but some people maybe in an emergency do. Okay. Any other questions? Unaccompanied blind passenger. How will you deal with a passenger who's come alone, but he's blind? So what will you do? The ground staff. I want an answer from the ground staff. What will you do? Somebody answer, please. Like one of the boys from ground staff to answer. Shubham, others, whoever they, please answer. Can you tell me what? Yeah, the passenger is traveling. He has no idea. He's blind. He's alone. So what will you do as ground staff? You're.
I will first of all take declaration form.
What declaration form? He has come into the airport. He has coming slowly, searching for your. He cannot see, so he is looking for assistance. So somebody has to go and assist him, and one of the staff or security will assist him and bring him to the check-in counter. Now he's come to the check-in counter. You are seated at a check-in counter. Blind passengers come there. So what will you say to him, and how will you deal with him? How will you deal with him?
Hello?
Yes.
Ma'am, we will guide him for the he wants for the check-in.
Yeah. You will guide him. You will guide him for the check-in. Correct.
Yes, and the security checkup and the luggages.
Yes.
Baggages, we will ensure a, a safe place to um,
Yeah. You will ensure that he is. You'll talk to him. You will assure him that he'll be looked after. You will check him in. You will assign somebody to take him to the aircraft from all the formalities because he cannot see.
yes,
So you will assign a person to take him through all the government formalities, to immigration, customs, everything, and you will take him to the holding area. You will also, there will be other people, ground staff, you will leave him till there and come back to your place. From there, somebody else will take over and take him to the aircraft. Okay, in the aircraft, what is the role of the cabin crew? Will somebody who is doing cabin crew course answer? What is
Cabin crew
the
will sit beside, like sit close to the cabin crew, the blind person.
his okay, but doesn't the flight is full and his seat is already allotted to him? What will you do? Ground staff have not given you a seat close to the cabin crew. They've given him far away. So what will you do?
Keep checking on him.
Yes, keep checking on him. Only checking ki Baba from far away. Oh, you're okay, fine.
No, we keep asking him if he needs anything to
You have to
eat.
keep asking him. You have to give him the tray to eat. You have to make him feel all the items. Tell him this is the bread, this is food, this is water. He will touch it and see and eat. Before that, before the flight takes off, the cabin crew have to tell. You are all aware that before the flight takes off, we do the demonstration for life jacket and oxygen mask. Do you all know that? Yeah, we show that. Now he cannot see it. So he can only hear it. So what we have to do is make him feel the life jacket and the oxygen mask. Tell him where it is. Let him touch it and see the oxygen mask will fall from up. The life jacket is under the seat where you're seated. You have to make him feel the life jacket and say, this is the way you will remove it and this is the way you will put it. Because in an emergency, you'll have no time to look after him. You'll have to get a neighbor passenger, but the one sitting next to him, like a buddy passenger, and tell him, okay, in an emergency, you will be handling him, you will be looking after him. If he is not willing, you'll have to change the seat to somebody who is willing. Most of the people are willing to help, so that should not be a problem. So you have to tell him that he cannot see. You also have to hold his hand from his seat, take him to the nearest toilet. Once he has walked that distance, he will count his steps to the toilet and come back. So that every time he has to go to the toilet, you don't have to take him. So you have to show him that. Or you have to brief him regarding what you have in the aircraft, what drinks you have, what food you have, and ask him whether he wants any particular thing, and for any assistance you are there. This is the briefing you will give him initially. Okay? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So escort him on ground. You also have a declaration indemnity saying that he is traveling on his own, and anything should happen, we are not responsible, because in an emergency he will be the last priority on deplaning. So we don't tell him that, but we just get indemnity. Drunk passenger. Passengers come to your check-in counter. I want the ground staff, one of you from the ground staff to answer. Passengers come, drunk passenger, to the check-in counter, shouting, screaming, falling. What will you do?
Make him calm.
How will you make him calm? He's shouting, he's drunk.
So he's asking you to tell them, and you tell him to ask slowly, maybe. Make not loudly.
You think he's drunk, he's going to listen to you? He's not going to listen to you. What will you do in that case? Yeah, Umrah, you can think of anything? Can you think of anything, Umrah? How will you handle him?
passenger seat belt?
Huh? No, he is now at the airport, check-in counter. How will you handle it? First of all, move him away from, get help, move him away from the check-in counter. Take him aside so that the line is moving of other passengers, he is not blocking. Take him aside, make him sit down. Get some water, get some tea from somewhere, ask somebody to get a glass of hot tea, coffee, make him sit down, give him some tea, coffee, splash some water on his face and keep him there. Calm him down.
What if he rejects to have tea or coffee?
They generally have. When you speak in a little stern voice, they do. Say, please drink, sir, or we're not taking you. So he will drink. Then after that, if you make him sit down, if he has somebody traveling with him or he has a friend or somebody, obviously if he's come drunk, most probably he'll have a friend. So check his passport, check him in already, take his baggage, whatever, and assign somebody to take him there. We cannot offload him absolutely immediately, but the offloading part of it or rejecting travel, your manager will take the decision. Whether he's absolutely in a stage where he's going to be a nuisance to others, he may take the decision of not taking him on board. If he feels that he'll sober down, then we don't generally make them lose a flight. We generally take them. Okay, so that will be the intoxicated passenger who has difficulty in walking in a straight line, shouts, easily quarrels, because he is going to probably even throw up, so that's going to be a mess for them. So in that case, if he's too drunk, you can refuse him carriage. Prisoner. What are the formalities for prisoner? What are the formalities for prisoner? Saurabh Kamdi, can you answer? Saurabh, put your camera on. Shubham Mishra, put your camera on. Sona KP, put your camera on. Put your cameras on, please. Saurabh, are you there? Are you there? Can you hear me? Ankita Kumari, there? Can you hear me? I have only 2 or 3 answering me every day. Look. If you want to join an airline, the first thing you need to do is to talk. Your PR needs to be the best. If you're shy and you're not going to talk, it's going to be a problem. Everybody makes mistakes. There is no need to get upset. There's no need to feel shy. Just say something. Say. Doesn't mean you have to be right all the time, but say it. If you're not going to talk, you're just going to say this left the meat. It's not good. I have only few of them answering. I'm trying to call other people also, but nobody is responding. Anjali Kumari is not responding. Ashim Raju, Shilka, Shubham, Sona. I would like you all to respond, one of you all. Put your cameras on. Yes, who is the Shubham? Okay. Oh, and you are. What happened to you? You don't want to put the camera on?
My camera's already on.
Now.
No problem.
No, but you are the regular one, so it's okay. It doesn't matter. Okay, you want to answer? I'll ask somebody else because you generally answer. Prisoner, what are the things you would see in a prisoner?
First of all, I will be checking that the prisoners should escorted by the 2 officers. And
Correct.
that
He should be escorted by 2 officers.
and the officers are have the duty
To keep a watch on him.
to keep a watch on them.
Are the officers allowed firearms?
No,
Guns?
not that.
They have to be handcuffed to the prisoner?
Yeah.
So guns, if they are carrying, where would the guns be?
Should be in cockpit.
Cockpit, with the pilot. Yeah, correct. Okay. Thank you. KX George. Can I see you? Sorry? Okay. Tell me what's the VVIP? Who are the VVIP passengers? Adjust your camera, my girl. I can't see your face. Who are VVIP passengers? Very, very important person. Anybody can answer? In which category of people come in VVIP?
Prime Ministers.
Yes. President, Prime Ministers, yeah. In VIP, governments, ministers, chief ministers, yeah. Commercially, CIP, commercially important people.
Businessman.
Businessman, actors, businessmen, representatives of airlines. Okay. SIPs.
He is important person.
Yes, very good, excellent. And who are they? Your agents, travel. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So with that, we finish module 3. I've only taken the important parts of it. We'll brush up on dangerous goods. Anybody can tell me what is the definition of DG dangerous goods?
Dangerous goods are those goods which are hazardous.
Hazardous to person and property.
Yeah.
Environment, person, property. Okay. So hazardous materials which can cause harm to your property, person, environment. Okay. How many types of dangerous goods are there?
9 plus.
9 types. Very good. Who are the people who should know how to handle dangerous goods? Only cabin crew, or is it also ground staff?
Both are.
Both. There is a paper which is given to the pilot by the ground staff, notifying him that there is a dangerous good on board. What is the paper called?
Notok.
NOTAC. Very good. Notice to this, what's the full form?
Notification to captain.
To captain. Yes, correct. See, good, you are better than me now. Notification to captain, then dangerous goods are formulated by which organization? The rules and regulations. ICAO for aviation. Do you know which? This is not necessary, but you can. For sea, on sea, International Maritime Organization also. For the sea, for dangerous goods taken by water or sea. Can you name the dangerous goods, the 9 types of dangerous goods?
First class is explosive.
Flammable liquids, flammable solids, oxidizing substances, toxic,
Filtration substance,
radioactive, corrosive, miscellaneous. Give me 2 examples of explosives.
fireworks,
Fireworks, yes. Anything else? TNT, okay. Gases,
hydrogen, butane,
okay. Flammable liquids,
alcohol, paint, petrol,
yes, correct. Alcohol, you carry a lot of alcohol on board. Okay, flammable solids,
matches,
Matches and
sulfur.
sulfur.
are matches allowed to be transported? No. Okay, oxidizing class 5. Give me 2 examples of class 5.
fertilizers,
Okay. 6 toxic substances, infectious substances, medical, biological, medical, cultures, clinical waste. Number 7, radioactive material,
uranium,
okay. Cobalt, uranium, corrosives, battery, dyes, paints, all of these. Okay. Miscellaneous may you have dry ice, you have, do you know what dry ice is? Do you know what dry ice is? Okay, this is ice, which is compressed carbon dioxide. It is kept in all the food and in certain things, medical equipment, which needs to be kept cool, which can go on for hours. It does not melt into water. It just vapor. It just goes away. But it lasts for hours and hours. So mostly in the aircraft, they put dry ice in food in this. But still, you cannot touch it with, it is so cold that you cannot touch it with your hand will burn. So it is always with covered hands that they put dry ice in the food which is going to stay for many, many hours, or the other equipment also. So that also you can only carry limited amounts of dry ice. So these are the main things in your, I would like, I had given you all question and answers on dangerous goods. What are the types of labels on dangerous goods? What color are they?
hazard labels.
Yes. Hazard labels, handling labels, 2 kinds. What is the shape of the labels?
And actually, you have given
Diamond
us an
shape.
assignment.
Sorry?
Actually, you have given us an assignment to draw that.
To draw. Did you all do it? You all will have to hand over the assignments to Fazil sir. Did you all do the presentation that he wanted?
Yes, ma'am.
You did. Okay. So this assignment also, all the assignments will be part of your course. It will go into your last marks, whatever you get. So please see, whenever I give you an assignment, don't just forget about it. Do it and send it to Fazil sir, please. So you have these diamond shaped ones, and you have colors and numbers also written on it. You have hazard, and you have, what is the other one? Handling. What are the handling, what are the things on handling labels you see?
Keep away from heat.
Keep away.
Label.
Magnetize, keep away from magnets, keep away from arrow upward, keep an upward position. These are the handling labels. Okay, so we started at 1:30, right? I'll give you a break after some time. Okay, now there is a question paper, model question paper at the back. Have you all seen it? Last page. So see the questions there. First question is, what are transit flights? Anybody can answer? We did it yesterday. What are transit flights? Saurav, can you see me? Saurav, can you answer now?
Yes, ma'am. Please repeat the question.
What are transit flights?
Yes, ma'am. Transit flights are, so passengers are about to board that flight.
No. No, wrong.
That came from one different. Yeah.
No, wrong. Anybody else? What are transit flights? It's okay.
Transit flights are those flights.
Read up, Saurav. Read up. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Those
Transit flights,
have a
yes.
fixed destination, like they stop in middle, either for passengers to board.
They are
out.
like stopover flights. Use the
Yeah.
right word, Celsia. Your answer is correct. Your words are wrong. They don't stop in the
Stop.
middle. They are stopover flights. Okay. They have a destination in between origin and and your destination. They have a stopover in the middle. Okay. Next, what is checked baggage?
The baggage is checked by the security.
No, checked in baggage it means. What is checked baggage means checked in baggage. Security checks the baggage, that is different. This is called check-in baggage. What does check-in baggage mean? Checked-in baggage, this is the simple first chapter of our course. What is checked-in baggage and hand baggage? Two things you have to know. Can you answer that, Saurav?
Yes, ma'am. The baggage which has been gone through screening, the screening has been done. That we can say that checked-in baggage.
The baggage which is taken custody by the airline is called checked-in baggage. Not the screening part of it. Screening is again security job. Your job is to take the baggage. The checked-in baggage is that baggage which is taken custody by the airline for transport. When you go, don't you give your passport and ticket at the check-in counter and you leave your baggage also there? That is checked-in baggage. Okay? So please learn the checked-in baggage definition.
Can you repeat the definition of checked-in baggage?
Checked-in baggage is that baggage which is taken into custody by the airline for safe transport to your destination. Okay, Sona KP, there or not there? Explain the term incapacitated passenger. What is the meaning of incapacitated passenger? Yes? Can you hear me? Sumitha, can you hear me? Explain the term incapacitated passenger. Anybody else? Anybody else?
Disabled passenger.
Disabled passenger. If the term incapacitated passenger means disabled passenger. Passenger who cannot function on his own, may need a wheelchair, may need help, etc. Okay? Assistance, may need assistance. That's simple thing you have to say. Anybody else? What are the details included in the boarding card? It's very easy. I'm sure all of you should know the answer. What are the details? Ashwin Ashok, what are the details in the boarding card? Ashwin, can you hear me? Put your mic on. Yes, Saurabh. Put your mic on.
Yes, ma'am. Passenger name, his destination, his date of birth, and his.
Date of birth is not there in the boarding card.
Oh, sorry.
Passenger name, destination, yes.
Destination, and his traveling details. Yes, for the traveling details.
What are the traveling details? I want specific.
Yeah, it's a date of traveling, like date of.
Date of travel, yes.
Yeah.
Next. What else?
The
Anybody else?
Class of travel.
Yes.
Seat
Sorry.
seat
Seat number.
number, date of
Flight
travel,
number. Boarding number.
destination,
Destination. Yes.
What's your time?
Yeah. It
What
also
card
has your e-ticket number printed on it. E-ticket, your travel, your ticket number printed on it. That's also there. Okay. Gate number, time of boarding, everything is there. You have to write all these things. Okay. Next question: what are the different types of dangerous goods? We just did that. There are 9 types of dangerous goods. You name all of them. Just the gases. Solids, flammable solids, and flammable liquids, all that you have to write. Next question, what is meant by passenger handling procedure? These are 10 questions, 10 marks. It's only 1 mark each, so you have to write it in short. So what do you mean by passenger handling procedure? What do you understand by this question? Anybody answer? What do you understand? Sona, your mic is on. You can answer? Sona, say yes or no. Yadu, Srini? Yadu, Srini? Sumetha, one of you answer. Aswin, Ashok, Ankita, Anjali. All these people do not answer. So can you please answer this?
One passenger handling.
Yeah. What is meant by passenger handling?
By assisting him and helping him through.
What do you mean by, what is meant by passenger handling procedure? Means the procedure.
Like you are asking step-by-step procedure.
No, I'm just asking in general what it means.
Like if passenger is coming to me and asking where is the aero bridge, so as a staff, I will be helping him.
Yes.
But this is the way, and you from this way you will be going to aero bridge.
Okay. That is, he's asking, you're not see, when you say passenger handling procedure, you say it is the way you handle passengers at the airport. It's not, you can write what is meant by passenger handling procedure is the procedure in which you handle passengers at the airport and in the aircraft. Your behavior, it should be in a personalized manner, it should be efficient and with good
Yes, ma'am.
with good communication and coordination. You can write like that. Okay? So if your
Yes,
answer comes, you can write that. In short, just make this thing. So that what is a procedure? Is the procedure and basically in how you handle passengers at the airport at the check-in counters and in the aircraft. Okay?
Yes.
What is minimum connecting time? Connecting flights time. What is the minimum time required to connect flight? It's about 1 hour, okay? Approximately. What is immigration?
Excuse me.
Yeah,
Your camera is off.
my camera is off
Yes, ma'am.
now. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah. What is minimum connecting time we have done? It's about an hour. What is immigration? So what will you write? What is immigration? Sorry? Yeah, Anthony, what is immigration? What is immigration? So we write immigration is a department or in the airport, a government department where your passport and visa details are checked. Okay? Are scrutinized or checked. What is passenger terminal? Do you all know this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. It is the main building in the airport for arrival and departures. That's the passenger terminal. Explain the following. What is baggage allowance?
Baggage which can carry by passenger.
Yeah. Allowance is the free allowance allowed by the airline in terms of baggage. It differs from airline to airline. Now this carries 2 marks, so you have to write a little more. So say that baggage allowance is the free baggage allowance allowed by the airline. It differs from airline to airline. Okay. Expand the codes. DEAF.
Deep passenger.
Deaf passenger, not deep, deaf passenger. STCR.
Stretch passenger.
Stretcher passenger. MEDA.
Medical case.
Medical case. WCHC.
Wheelchair. Chair for cabin.
For cabin. VCHS.
Wheelchair for steps.
Yes. BLND.
Blind passenger. Blind passenger.
WCHR.
Wheelchair for ramp.
Ramps. You know what is the ramps, right? Your aero bridge, that portion, full ramp, that portion. Explain international and domestic airports. Who can tell me?
International airport where the international planes arrival and departure. Domestic airport, domestic planes arrival and departure.
So domestic airports are those airports in which flights depart and arrive from within the country. In international, it's 2 different countries. Okay. The next is what is ETA. What are ETA, ETD, ATA, ATD? Yesterday we went through this. Anybody?
ETA, estimated time of arrival.
Estimated time of departure, actual time of arrival, actual time of departure. Okay. Explain the terms politeness and cheerfulness connected with good customer service. Your answer is on page 13. Why we should be polite and cheerful, and we should address people by their names, by Mr. or Mrs. or Miss, Sir. You can utilize this. Be smile, be cheerful, be polite, speak very politely as you would like people to speak to you. So all these things are on page 13. You can read. What is AAI? What are the functions of AAI? I don't have. Have I given you this in short? Veena, do you have this? AAI?
Yes, ma'am. The Parliament and the Airport Authority of India.
Airport Authority of India. Do you have any notes on that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you all can answer from there. What are runway, apron, and terminal building? Runway is a place from where planes take off and land. Apron is an area in the airport which is used for parking or maintenance of the aircraft. Terminal building is the main building of the airport which is used for departure and arrivals. Next question is define an airport. What is an airport? I've already given you. Write the codes of any 5 international airports of India. So, can you tell me international airports of India?
Indira Gandhi Airport.
Indira Gandhi International Airport. Where is it?
In Delhi.
Okay. One is Mumbai.
Kochi International Airport.
Yes. One is Mumbai, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj International Airport. You have Chennai, and you have Hyderabad, you have Bengaluru, you have many of these. As a assignment, please write down the names of the airports, important airports in India. What is ATC? Explain its functions.
Air traffic control.
Explain its functions.
Yeah, I got it. Control all traffic in the air. Control.
Yeah, with coming and going all the, and assist in landing and takeoff. Okay, you write that also. 10th is what is refusal of carriage. It's a big answer. We have already done that. You will have to study it. What is it? Write it in short and study. What is refusal of carriage? Why can a passenger be refused carriage? When you have elaborate any of the following, you will have to write in more words because it carries 20 marks. What are the principles of good service? Explain passenger routing at the airport. Means how the passengers go to the airport. Routing, check-in counter, immigration, security, check-in, security, immigration, customs, holding areas. All that. What is customer service? Some do's and don'ts. Can you give me 2 do's and 2 don'ts of customer service? Anybody? And first give me the definition of customer service. What is the duster? I had given you the definition of customer service. Did I give it to you? Yeah, what was the definition I had given you?
Meeting and exceeding the customer's needs and expectations, providing exceptional service to our customers and solving their problems so that they become our
loyal customers. These 2 things you by heart. This is one of the most common questions asked in the interview. So I have given you, I'll probably see if I can give you easier ones more, but this is 100% question coming, so please by heart it. Okay, when we come from the break, I'll tell you what are the questions generally asked in the interviews. Okay, so customer service is one of them. I'll give you about 2 or 3 answers. Write it down by heart. Okay, so the last question was what was customer service and what are the do's and don'ts? Tell me 2 do's and 2 don'ts.
Address the passengers with their name.
Yes, with their title, with their names. And one more do.
Always smile and show cheerfulness.
Yes. Another one more. Give correct information and quick information. Don't use technical language. Don't let him feel you're in a hurry and you want to finish up with him. Okay? Don't show the customer that your knowledge is superior to his. He doesn't need to be taught. Okay? So this is one of them. And so with that we have covered up airport management. Take a break for 5 minutes. I'll come back to you. I'll give you some idea about interview questions and of customer service also. Okay?
Yes,
Those
ma'am.
who have not written the definition of customer service, please write it down. Meena, you shared the customer service definition with others?
Yes, ma'am.
You shared it, right? Okay. I'll still give you all one or two. Whatever you feel easy, learn one. Learn one. You don't have to learn all. Only learn one. Okay? It's 2:30. I'll see you back in about 5 to 10 minutes. 5 to 7 minutes. Okay? Bye. Meeting, and don't say from meeting, say customer service means meeting and exceeding the customer's needs and expectations. Please write it down.
Once more, please repeat.
Customer service means meeting and exceeding the customer's needs and expectations. Take another definition. If it's customer service means making the customer's journey a comfortable one by anticipating their needs at all times.
And
Could you repeat?
Yeah. Could you please repeat once? Customer service means making the customer's journey a comfortable one by anticipating their needs at all times. Write one more. You can study any one. Customer service means providing service to customers promptly and efficiently solving their problems.
ma'am, please repeat once more.
Customer service means providing service to customers promptly and efficiently solving their problems.
Providing
Service to customers promptly and efficiently solving their problems. Okay? So these are 3, 4 what I've given you. You can study any one. Before that, any questions left on airport management? Yeah? Any questions? Yes or no?
No, no. No, ma'am.
Okay. One more thing I wanted to tell you is you will also give all your assignments to Fazil sir. Your assignment which I had given you the first day, then your assignment, your presentation. Also make a chart of airlines on the left hand side, and I'll tell you what are the columns you need to make. You need to make public airline, private airline, full service, low cost, international and domestic, and just tick what type of an airline it is. Did you get me or no? Okay, you will make a chart, write number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll tell you the names of the airlines. Right. Number 1, Air India. Number 2, Air Express. Number 3, Indigo. Number 4, Jet Airways. Though it's not there, we might have Jet Airways very soon back. Jet Airways. Next is Jet. Yes.
Once more, please.
Air India. Air India Express, second. Indigo. Jet Airways.
Okay.
Number 5, Jet Connect.
And there is new airline, Geo airline. Did you hear about it?
Geo no.
Did you hear about it? Yesterday I heard news.
Yeah,
Geo
no, I'm
airline.
sorry, I have not heard about this. I didn't see the news yesterday. I will check up and see.
Okay.
So Jet Connect, Spice Jet, Go Air, Air Asia, Vistara. All these airlines are to be written in a line. Now to your right, you will make columns and you will tick what is it. So first column will be public/government. First column will be public/government. Second column will be private. Third column will be full service, whether the airline gives you full service or no service. So full service. Fourth column, whether it's a low cost airline or not. So low cost. Fifth column, international airline or non-inter or domestic. And sixth column is domestic. So you will tick what there is. Okay? You got it or no?
No, international.
And last column, domestic. So all you got to do is put a dash mark or a tick mark, whatever is applicable. Okay? That's one more of your assignments.
What is third?
Sorry?
Third column?
Third column.
Full service.
Private.
Full service.
Full service.
Wow, I can't. Full service is the third column. That means full khana you are getting or no, it's a full service or no.
Can you repeat once again all?
Public or government, number first column. Private, second. Third, full service. Fourth, low cost.
Sorry, ma'am. Missed once more. Please slowly.
Sorry. First is public government airline, first column. Second will be whether it is a private airline. Third is full service, or not. Fourth is low cost. Fifth is international airline. Sixth is domestic airline. So which is it? It's an international airline, domestic airline. You just have to put a tick mark and a cancellation. Okay? So this is one. Now, few things. So before we leave today, I want to tell you the first things about your interviews. You guys will be going for interviews as and when required, as and when needed when you finish your courses. If the ads come before that, they probably will send you before that also. For the interview, the first question to everybody is introduce yourself. You need to know to be able to introduce very, very well. This is the first question. You will make it or break it. So first question, introduce yourself. You can Google. You can see how people write their introductions. Write it down, by heart it. This is the first question everybody will have to answer, whether you're ground staff or your cabin crew. Please introduce yourself. They will see how you introduce, and accordingly they will, judge you. So that is one. You can write down the questions. I'll give you a couple of questions. First is introduce yourself. You find the answers later. Number 2, what do you mean by customer service? This will be your question also for the interview. Number 3, which other airlines would you like to work with apart from ours?
Which other airline
you would like to work with apart from ours?
you would like to
Work with apart from us.
apart
From us. Ours actually, apart from us.
First one please. First one.
Introduce yourself. How will you introduce yourself if I ask you?
Myself Krishna Prasad PS and belongs to North Parur and completed degree. I have in my family father, mother and my brother. That's all about me.
Okay. First thing, you will not say myself so and so. You will say my name is Krishna. You're Krishna, right?
Krishna Prasad.
Yeah, so my name is Krishna Prasad. I am so many years old. I have completed HSC from so-and-so college, and I have done a ground staff or cabin crew course from Aimfill Academy. My family consists of 4 people, including me, my mother, father, brother, and myself. In my free time, I like to listen to music. I enjoy reading, and my passion is playing sports. Whatever you want to add, this is all you're going to say. Myself, no, you will not start with a myself. Okay.
Okay. My name is.
My name. This is how you will write and you will study. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. In general knowledge, I would like you to know who is the father of civil aviation in India. Does anybody know the answer? Yes, excellent. Who answered that? Excellent. Full name is Jahangir Ratanji Radhabhai Tata. No, learn his full name also.
Tata, right?
Yes. Number, what was the
Jahangir.
What
Father
who
of
is
civil
the father of civil aviation in India? What are the duties of the ground staff? If you can write this, write this. The duties of a ground staff Please write this. The duties of a ground staff are to give assistance to each passenger at the check-in counters, A. Check-in counters, B. Reservation counters, C. To guide and assist passengers to the aircraft on time.
And to guide
And assist the passengers to the aircraft on time. Number and D, and also to give special assistance to handicapped, old, sick, wheelchair passengers,
handicap,
old, sick, wheelchair passengers, and also mothers with infants and expectant mothers.
wheelchair passenger,
And also mothers with infants and expectant mothers. Next question. What are the different sections or departments on ground? A, B,
what
C.
are the
Different sections or departments on ground. Answer. The different sections or departments on ground are A, B, C, D. Keep on writing, I'll tell you. A. Check-in counters. B. Departure hall.
departure
Hall. Hall.
hall means HOL,
H-A-L-L.
a hall, okay.
It's not hall, it's hall.
Hall, okay.
C. Arrival hall. D. Boarding gates. E. Reservations. F. Ticketing. G. Baggage claim area. Baggage claim. CLAIM. H. Lounge. 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 I. Mishandled baggage. J. Security. And K. Ramp handling.
And what is the last?
Ramp
handling.
Ramp handling.
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Yes.
Ma'am, what is reservation?
Reservation is reserving a ticket. No, when you book a ticket, you have to go to reservations.
Reservation is part of ground staff.
No, it's a separate department totally for reservations. They do only the booking of the tickets by all people. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. One more question. They will ask you. You form your own answer. What are your positive points or strengths? they will ask you, and what are your negative points or strengths? Negative, please see that you don't say too much. Don't say anything negative. Say the negative in a positive way. Like you can say, I have a cleanliness problem. I love to keep my surroundings clean, which is not a bad thing. So something you can Google, you'll get a lot of answers. What are your negative points? What are your positive points? Be ready with these answers. What is your salary expectation? They will ask you this. Please don't say I want 10,000, 20,000, 50,000. When they ask you what's your salary expectation, just say I would like to be paid in accordance with the company rules, or I'll give you a better. Let me see what answer I can give you. My salary expectation would be according to your company standards. That's the simplest one. What is your salary expectation? My salary expectation would be according to your company standards. These question answers I'm giving you are not in your book. These are interview questions which you write on a separate page, because if I take your next class, I'll add. I have 100 questions that they generally ask. These are only few of them. Make a separate section, write all these. You're going to be by hearting all this, okay? So that by the time you go for the interview, you'll be very confident. If you are not going to by heart it, you're not going to be confident, okay? So how many? Yes.
Customer service is part of ground handling.
What happened? I didn't get you.
The customer service association is part of ground handling.
No, I'm sorry, I'm not understanding. Customer service what?
It's the part of ground handling.
Yes, it's customer service is part of all handling. Anything to do with hotel industry, airline industry is customer service. It's all part of it. Where you are, any organization where you are handling with people, not items, people is customer service. Okay?
Okay.
How many questions have I given you?
8.
8. I will make it 10. If not aviation, what would you choose as your career? You do not tell them that you will choose another career. You will have to say, I would like to join aviation only. If there are sometimes you have to tell white lies. So, if not aviation, what would you choose as your career? 9. What do you expect from our company? Write down the answer, please. I expect you to give me. What do you expect from our company? I expect you to give me the opportunity to prove myself and my sincerity.
Ma'am, can you please repeat?
Wait 1 minute. What do you expect from our company? I expect you to give me the opportunity to prove myself and my sincerity. Is that 10?
Yes.
Okay. So we don't have time to write all 100, but we can write 10. Okay, these are the main ones. For ground staff, and for cabin crew, they are a separate lot also. If further I'll be taking your course, I'll give it to you slowly. Okay. Till then, all of you by heart all these questions. Okay. Customer service especially, and this also. Make a very good introduction for yourself and write it down, whatever you can. Short and sweet, not too long, don't want history. Just short and sweet, but a good introduction, confident. Say it.
And I've tried to I try to add WhatsApp group.
Who, me?
Uh,
You add yourself to the WhatsApp group there, okay? Also,
Right.
I'm not part of that group. I don't know who is there. One of these admin people can put you there, okay? And so these are something that practice every day to speak till you get it right, because this is the first thing your interview will. By the time you finish the course, you should be confident in all these questions without hesitating, without stopping, without this thing. Confidently, you look in the mirror, practice. Okay. With that, we are finishing our airport management. Any questions? Any more questions? Anything about anything you can ask me. Ground staff, cabin crew, anything. So, if you have any doubts, please tell me. Yes, I'm waiting for some answer. No doubts?
Yes, ma'am. I have
No
a
doubts?
No, ma'am.
Yeah, somebody said I have a doubt.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, usually they say in interview that why choose aviation for your career? Why not any like banking sector or something like that?
Correct. And that time you have to tell them that I'm totally focused on aviation. I want to be in aviation only. You do not tell them that, oh, if I don't get aviation, I'll go to films, I'll go to banking, I'll go to this. You just tell them that I want, sir, my mind is totally focused on aviation. I want to be part of aviation only. You just tell them like that, okay? So,
Yes, ma'am.
yeah. Any other question you want to know? Yes. No other questions? All good?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So your worksheets, whatever work I've given you, all just ask Fazil sir how you are supposed to send it to them and send it to me. Okay? Because this will all go part of your
About
assignment.
the,
Sorry?
I have a doubt of the assignment.
Yeah, tell me.
Ma'am, the assignment we have to prepare it by a chart. On a chart you have to prepare, right?
Just in your book, just on a piece of paper.
Ma'am, I have just drawn it like.
Yeah, very good. Excellent. Yeah. Same like that, take a paper, just make a chart, write it nicely, all the lines on the left, all the columns, write it nicely, pin it and send it to him. Okay? That's very well done. Can I see it again?
Yes.
Yeah. See guys, she's done a wonderful job. Very nice, excellent job. Veena. I'd like all of you to do that and send it to Fazil sir, please. Because if your assignments don't go and you're not done in the end, in your column where you are going to be marked, it will come there, no assignments done. So, anything else you want to know, let me know about cabin crew, about this thing. Or we can wind up the session. So tell me if you don't want to know anything. How many people are for cabin crew out of this lot? How many are for cabin crew?
Ma'am,
You are there for cabin crew?
even I'm there.
Veena. Okay. Boys?
But I didn't attend the class for cabin crew
Why?
because I joined late.
Okay. We will catch up, I think, with that. Not a problem. Okay. You finished the cabin crew course, the entire course is over.
Yes, ma'am, that PDF is over.
PDF is over. So now what is
And
left?
grooming and like skincare and all those portions are remaining.
They are remaining. Okay. We'll see whether we can do that with you. But the problem on grooming is, let me see if I can see somebody who can take your class for grooming. I'll talk to Fazil sir about it. Okay?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So we wind up. Goodbye.
Yes.
Be good.
Thank
Be
you.
good. Study well.
Thank you, ma'am.
Do well. Hopefully, I'll join you all back in some other course. Okay. Take care. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.